about myself. I have always been an artist and I've always been a creative, and there's nothing that I've known other than creating and being an artist. However, in 2021, I got into the NFT space through the art side of it. And I started selling my work as NFTs, and at the time it was mind-boggling to have my work selling without me actually having to physically send a piece to anyone. And the thing with the NFT space is that people don't even want the physical artwork, they just want the NFT. So since 2021, we managed to build a community, and my co-founder and I, Laura, who you will see in a minute, launched the very first NFT generative art project of 5,000 NFTs called Pineapple's Day Out. Please check us out. Of 5,000 NFTs, very first NFT project of that scale to come from Africa. And since then, we have been supporting creatives in the NFT space through onboarding them, through creating exhibitions, and as well as paying gas fees for some creatives. So with that small background about myself, I just want to say that why NFT Africa? Around the world, there's always many NFT events. There's NFT New York, NFT Lisbon, NFT Paris, all over the world, NFT London. And these events are an opportunity to network, to connect with people, and that is what NFTs are about. They're about connecting, they're about collaborating, and it makes it harder for Africans to get to those spaces because you need a visa, you need to process it for a couple of months, and by the time you're either denied it or you get it, the event is done, and it's very capital intensive. So we asked ourselves, the Mbogi Collective, we have Sherry here from Kenya, we asked ourselves, what can we do to bring this experience to Africa, to bring it here, to make it local? So that is why this year we started with an East African version of NFT Africa. Last week, we were in Nairobi for NFT Africa Nairobi, organized by Sherry and the Kenyan NFT Club. It was for 2 days, from 22nd to 24th. And it was amazing. It was panel discussions, it was workshops, it was a bunch of things to get you connected into the NFT space. And with the Ugandan version, the one that's happening today, right now, we just want to introduce you to the NFT space, what it is about, what is Web3, what is the blockchain, how can I put my work out there, what can I do to contribute to this space, and how can this space also help me? So, without further ado, I just want to say welcome. Thank you all for coming. Thank you for wanting to be in this space, wanting to be at the forefront of evolving technology, because I believe for the first time as Africans, we have the power to shape how technology evolves. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Kashushu. Can I get another round of applause, please? Yes, welcome again to NFT Africa UG version. And for our next speaker, we are going to have Laura. Laura? Is she here yet? Okay. As she comes, I'd like to shout out to our sponsors of the day. So NFT Africa, this event, is a series of NFT events happening in Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania all throughout August and September of 2024. And our key sponsors are Gamma, which is an NFT launchpad and a marketplace for Bitcoin NFTs, Stacks Foundation, which is a foundation that supports Bitcoin for independent researchers, contributors, and collaborators to help build a more secure internet through research and development of open source technology. I know that was a lot, but that is Stacks Foundation, one of our main sponsors of the day. And then we also have Hug, which is an inclusive social networking marketplace empowering all creators to earn an income from their craft in innovative ways through technology, education, and opportunity. And not only that, we have those as our main sponsors, but then we have partners as well for this event. So big shout out to Blocart Creatives, which is also our host here in Uganda. This is a dynamic agency that specializes in talent presentation, brand development, and leveraging Web3 technologies to empower creatives. We also have Mbogi Collective, which is our event partner. It is a collective of creators from Kenya and East Africa uniting to facilitate growth, education, and empowerment in the blockchain space. And then we also have MCI, which is where we are right now, this media hub. This is our venue partner. It's a collaborative space supporting media innovators and journalists to accelerate ideas and solutions for journalism and media viability in Uganda. Not only MCI, we also have Arudem, who is our event partner. This is Uganda's first professional gaming and esports brand focused on the representation of modern day gaming lifestyle in East Africa. We also have Chata Fisher, which is a community in Tanzania that is regenerating marginalized communities through blockchain technologies. All right, that was a lot to take in, but in the meantime, please say hi to the person seated next to you, introduce yourself. This is a place to network, it's a place to meet fellow creatives, fellow inquisitive minds, people who want to know about the blockchain and the NFT space. And you are all welcome here. And yeah, in the meantime, as Laura's presentation loads, I don't know, is there anyone who would like to come and say hi? I want to invite Sherry. Sherry, please come say hi. Sherry is from Mbogi Collective, everyone. Yes.
Hello, everybody. Kashushu, they didn't give me Ugandan words to come and say hello with. I don't know, help me out. What should I say hello? I'm so sorry, I don't want to butcher the language, but you understand my excitement, I think, and my happiness to see all of your faces. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been a rainy, cold day. I know there's been a lot of traffic and a lot of hurdles on the road, but you've made it, and we are so grateful to be in this space with you. My name is Sherry Margaret Ngige. I am an artist. I'm a fine art photographer, also one of the founders of Mbogi Collective, Kenya NFT Club, and one of the instigators of this wonderful gathering, NFT Afrika. We were so ambitious this year. We've done Kenya NFT Summit twice in Kenya. We've done the summit in 2022, 2023. And so for this year, we decided, you know, let's knock the doors on our neighbors and let's try and preach this gospel to other places apart from Kenya. And we were so happy and very privileged to be able to collaborate with Blocart, the team in Uganda, this wonderful venue partners, for us to be able to bring this wonderful gathering here. I'm so excited for you guys to be able to learn, interact with each other, network, listen to the panel sessions, keynotes. There'll be a minting station on the other end of the room. There's an NFT art exhibition, and we are hoping this will be the first of the many platforms or events that will be able to bring more education and more networks and more just ways where we can all interact and learn and grow with each other. That has been our passion. This event was really blood, sweat, and tears sort of work to put together, but we are so passionate about this technology, and we are so passionate about Africa, so passionate about the creator economy in Africa, and we don't want us to be left behind. And so some of us who are one of the OGs in the NFT ecosystem, we decided, you know, by force, by fire, We are bringing Africa with us. We'll try and do as much as possible to do so much education and create so much opportunities and platforms and communities for us to be able to learn and grow with each other. And so I'm so excited for this, and I'm so excited to listen to all the good wisdom that will be shared today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sherry. Yeah, that's Sherry from Mbogi Collective. Thank you so much for the work that you're doing. It is so inspiring to see that we're not trying to leave Africa behind. Yeah, and everyone is trying to get onboarded onto the blockchain. Okay, so without further ado, let us have Laura from Blocart Collective Creatives. Sorry. Blocart Creatives, yes. Laura is going to be talking about the use cases of NFTs. So get your notepad, I don't know, get ready to receive this knowledge. Laura, everyone, please.
Okay. Anyway, what's up, guys? Good afternoon. My name is Laura. I'm not a good public speaker, but as Blocart, I had to step up. Yeah, so I'm going to do a presentation on the use cases of NFTs. I'm just waiting for it to come on. So, just like I said, I'm from Blocart. I work with Kashushu, though she's my boss, but we have been doing this thing since 2021, and we've gone through a lot of challenges, and right now we want to make this NFT, and if you are curious, easy for you. We're going to keep sharing information on all our social media platforms, right from YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff. So NFTs, I don't know how many people know about them, but to give it, to simplify it for you, it's any information. It's any information that you put on the blockchain in the form of digital media. So what that means is JPEGs, PNGs, MP3s, MP4s, .movs, all that GIFs, all that media, you can put it on the blockchain. Now the blockchain is basically an invisible transaction book that is on the internet, and there are different blockchains for different cryptocurrencies. So it's the way we have our traditional banking system. There's DFC, they have their own network. There's Stanbic, they have their own network. There's ABSA, they have their own network. So Bitcoin has its own blockchain, Solana has its own blockchain, Ethereum has its own blockchain. So that's the basic introduction. So when you put media onto the blockchain, then it becomes an NFT, and that process is known as minting. So the use cases of NFTs, I prepared just a few to keep you guys curious, and yeah. So the first one is art. If you are an artist in any form, digital artist, traditional artist, musician, film creator, animator, all that stuff, you can make your creation an NFT. And yeah, so these are examples. This is a couple of artworks we have collected from different artists. All 4 of them are Africans from around the continent. We own them as Blocart. And what they did was they're mostly digital artists. The one in the corner is Kashushu's work, but yeah, even if you're a traditional artist, you can just take a picture of your work. We have a friend, he's called Ben, he's based in Dubai now, but when he started with NFTs, he would just get his work, take a picture of it in a nice angle, and then he would put that work on the blockchain. So even if you're a traditional artist, it's still something that you can consider. You can just take a picture, you can scan it. Even if you're a sculptor, you can just take different angles of the buses, is that what they're called? The buses that you make, and then put them on the blockchain. And it's the way you guys are creative, so it's the way you present your work, and that's how it can come out. And then the The second use case would be collectibles. Like in the normal world, probably when we were growing up, a lot of us collected like comic books, maybe toys, maybe what. So collectibles, people are now able to collect stuff digitally, right? So the best example I came up for you guys is basically there's a company called Soraya. What they do is they created, should I call them digital cards, for footballers, for NBA players, for baseball players. So people are able to collect these cards depending on, like, I don't know if you can see the words on them, but like different cards have different rarities. So there's like common. These are some of the ones that I owned personally, but I got them because like I kept, should I say, participating on their platform. I signed up with someone's referral link, so they gave me a couple of cards. And then and then every day when I was signing in, they just kept on giving me like coins and like card packs, and I ended up like upgrading, and then getting players that I'm actually familiar with. So that's how I ended up with those cards. But then there are other types of cards as well. So for example, this is one football player, he's called Haaland. So there are different colors. So like yellow represents limited, red is rare, blue is super rare, and then black is unique. So as you keep going with how, should I say, the different maybe rarities or stuff like that, they keep reducing in number, so making them, should I say, more expensive. So that's how people are able to trade them, and then that whole collecting culture is now digitally done as compared to before. But then also some of these companies make the digital copy, I mean the physical copy as well, so they send it to you and you're able to have it at home, like maybe, you know, in your own way of displaying, but they're just making it easier for you to have and contribute to this culture. Then the next one is gaming assets. For gaming, personally for me, I play a lot of games. It's what I do to escape. So when I was, there are a couple of games that are online. So for example, like Fortnite, Call of Duty, maybe Grand Theft Auto, maybe Valorant, all sorts of games. They have, should I say, an in-game system where you're able to like claim like character skins, weapon skins, maybe houses. You're able, but now guys are trying to say that what if you were able to trade those? There are sometimes when you end up with like so many character skins that you're not even going to use, and yet you could just sell it off, maybe earn something in real life, and maybe the people that created the game get like a royalty on it or something like that. So that's the culture that they're trying to build. But of course, right now, most of the games that exist in the NFT gaming space, I'm going to give you like 3 examples. There's Axie Affinity. That one is free to play. I don't think you need even like any, should I say, crypto or anything. You just need a wallet and you log in, and then they'll give you access. You're able to now play to earn, as they call it. There's also Dookie Dash, but that one, I think it's still slowly being released in different regions. And then there is Nifty World. All those are the Twitter handles, if I'm not mistaken. The next use case would be digital certificates. This is basically, for example, in 2022, oh God, in 2022, for those of us that are football fans, yet again, they gave out the Ballon d'Or award to Benzema and Alexia Putellas. And when they gave them the award, they also gave them a digital device, a tiny, I would call it a hardware wallet. And on that hardware wallet, there was an NFT with a certificate of authenticity saying that, yeah, this guy is actually one. Of course, when you go on Google, it's obvious that you're going to find out that Benzema won the 2022 World Cup. But let me give an example of, I think Pele has ever won a Ballon d'Or, and maybe that was like in the 1990s or something like that, or maybe 80s. And then he recently passed on, which is unfortunate, but his family were able to create a Pele Foundation, right? So how these foundations work, they usually sell items that those guys owned. So for example, football boots, jerseys, maybe medals, maybe trophies. So if those guys at that time, they were using NFT technology, they would be able to like sell the Ballon d'Or to someone. Of course, there are people that have money out there. And that person would be able to say that, yeah, I own Pele's Ballon d'Or, he won it in this year. And here's the certificate of, like, it's not a replica or anything, like it's the original Ballon d'Or that he won in whatever year that he won it. So that's how guys are using like NFTs as like digital certificates in terms of like certificates of authenticity. And then the next would be fashion. I'm going to reference a company called Artifact, but the way they spell their company is very interesting. It is RTFKT, but they pronounce it as Artifact. Now, Artifact in 2021 was acquired by Nike. So the reason they were acquired, they used to make digital shoes, and then Nike acquired them so that they're able to produce the shoes in real life, right? So these shoes, these are the NFTs. I was able to get them off their website. We don't own them, but those shoes were made in real life, and guys collected them. So basically how it happens is, let's say Nike and Artifact are making a drop, just like there are a lot of sneakerheads in the world out there. So they're doing like maybe 1,000, and these shoes are the only ones that will ever exist like that, right? So when they drop them, people will buy them as NFTs. And then at some point, Artifact is going to be like, okay, we have finished production of the actual shoes. We know the sizes, we know you're not going to end up with a random size. You've customized your order the way you want it because you own the NFT. So on their website, they will be able to connect your wallet, verify that you're the owner of the NFT, claim the shoe, put in your shipping details, they send it to you. That's how they're doing it now. That's how Nike is trying to get involved in the Web3 space stroke NFTs. But yeah, these guys make shoes. I think they've done a jersey, they've done a tracksuit, they've done, what's this thing called? A helmet as well. So I would say they're leading like the fashion space in the Web3 NFTs and stuff. But yeah, imagine just like owning a pair of shoes on the internet and stuff. But another thing they could do is they've done so many drops. So for example, let's say they've done generation 1, generation 2, generation 3. Because you own all the 3, then they decide, okay, we're going to send you the 4th for free because you own all the 3, like you've been buying them and stuff. So that's a playful way, because now when they were doing the traditional way of like having a shoe drop, you can't verify who actually bought the first generation, the second generation, the third. But now you can, because all this stuff is done on the smart contracts, which are on the blockchain, which is accessible by anyone, including the creators of most of these NFTs. And then the next one is membership. People are using NFTs as membership, should I say tokens? So I would say like the best example would be, I think most of us have probably come across these pictures on the internet, whether it's on Twitter, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on Instagram. These are the Bored Ape Yacht Club. They are collectible, but they also identify as membership. There are 4 dudes in the US that decided to create a Bored Ape Yacht Club. Now, they didn't expect to be successful as they are, but they are very, very successful. So these guys, what they do is, when you own the NFT, you have access to members-only benefits. So for example, they have worked with Adidas, they've dropped stuff with Adidas and they gave them to their members for free. They've worked with BAPE, I don't know how to pronounce that, BAPE, and they've also given their members like much for free as well from those high-end brands. They've also worked, they also hosted an Ape Fest in 2022. It was like a big concert, and all the like holders, all their community members could enter for free. Now when they were there, they were just vibing and vibing and vibing, and then they had a surprise performance from like Eminem and Snoop Dogg because they happened to also own the Bored Ape Yacht Club. So that was something they didn't expect, but because they're in the same community, they were able to benefit and have a good time, and then even meet some like celebrities. So many people own, so many high, well-connected, famous celebrities own the Bored Ape Yacht Club. For example, just like I've said, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, Alexis Ohania, that's Serena Williams' husband. Madonna owns a Bored Ape, Justin Bieber, all these guys. So you're in the same community with these guys, and the chances of you meeting them if you go for like one of their events is high. But that's, of course, mostly US based. And then the next one would be crowdfunding. Oh yeah, so same thing. So guys usually create collections, just like Natasha said. In 2021, we dropped a collection called Pineapple's Day Out. And it was a collection of 5,000 NFTs. I think we sold 4,980. No, 4,890. And I think we raised a good amount of money, and we decided to spend that money helping artists and then also helping our home community by going to, there's a foundation that we love, it's called Love Uganda Foundation. We went to Love Uganda twice, in 2021 and 2022, and we just helped them with food, we helped them with scholastic materials, because that time it was still pandemic-wise, so schools were still closed. We helped them with recreational items, we helped them. So guys are able to like create collections just to support causes. So, for example, another example would be this collection. It's called Relief. And what they did was, they were in 2022, I think, towards the end, they got a bunch of like the popular, famous NFT artists. And they created, I think the collection has like 29 pieces or 35, the numbers confuse me. So 25 different artists, right? And they all donated a piece to this collection. Now this collection, what they did was, I think they sold each piece for probably, rough figure, $200, and all the money that they raised, which was about 1.2, I think, they donated it to Ukraine at that time when it was still like that tough war. Of course, they're still fighting now, but yeah, so they got these guys to donate pieces to this collection. They sold the pieces. 100% of the proceeds went to helping Ukraine. And that's just how people are using NFTs. So that's a basic summary. Of course, there are so many use cases. Guys are using them for all sorts of things. The tickets that you have, you can, for this event, you can mint them as an NFT as well. But if you're curious, we might show you. And then, yeah, there are so many. I don't know if guys have like questions and stuff. Maybe I can try and answer a couple before I go off.
Thank you so much for all that knowledge. We have a question.
Hello, Laura. My name is Catherine. I'm a very big fan of your work. I just want to ask, what part does Blocart play for an artist? Say, for example, I am a beginner in photography and I would want to earn from it. So what do I have to do? Like, what do I have to say? Yeah, what's the end point? Thank you. Thank you for your presentation.
Photography. Okay, that's a good question. So we are just about to launch our website, so it will be easier to reach us in case we need to reach us. But personal advice from myself and working with Kashushu as an artist, because I'm not more on the business side. As a photographer, you can sell your work as prints, of course, that's the first step. You can also just be a photographer at events. But when you're getting into NFTs, you can also sell your photography as an NFT. So just like I said, as long as you put it on the blockchain, it becomes an NFT. Now, as Blocart, what we can do for you is give you advice, share, maybe help, keep you on the right, like keep you connecting. The thing, as Blocart, we also, what's the word, should I say, we curate exhibitions, and we have an okay platform, so we'll be able to push it into like people's faces so that you're not just starting on your own, because this requires a lot of like advertising, like putting yourself out there. So yeah, we really step up. Like, we give you the basic stuff to start. We give you ongoing guidance, and like we not necessarily leave you, but we have not left you stranded if you want to start, yeah.
Any other questions? No? All right, thank you so much, Van, Laura. That's Laura from Blocart Creatives. All right, so moving on to the next session, we are going to have some speeches from our sponsors, starting with Hug. So I don't know if the media team is ready to play the speeches. But in the meantime, maybe I can ask, is there anyone who knows what the word NFT is in full? Yes? No? Please, we're here to learn, we're here to connect with each other. It's okay if you don't know what it means, even me. He knows, eh? Okay, let me give him the mic.
Non-fungible token. Non-fungible token.
Thank you so much. That is what NFT means, if anyone had a question. Yeah, so we're going to wait to hear from the sponsors from Hug. Just a quick reminder of who Hug is. Hug is an inclusive social marketplace empowering all creators to earn an income from their craft in innovative ways through technology, education, and opportunity. And by the way, these sponsors are the ones who curated the exhibitions that are showing on the screens in the rooms when you walk outside, the next rooms here, which I encourage you guys to go and look at the beautiful work from artists all over East Africa. So there's 3 foundations, that is Stacks, Hug, and Gamma. All right, so let's wait for the media team to put the speech. All right, in the meantime, do you know your neighbor's name? Do you know what your neighbor does? We're here to network. We are a room of creatives. I'm sure even some people here have their works showing in the exhibition in the rooms next to us. I'm going to introduce myself as well. My name is Darren Akoraje. I am a full-time multimedia visual artist from Kampala, Uganda, and I'm also among the few people blessed to have my work showing with the Stacks Foundation. So do check it out. My piece is called Ijaha. And yeah, I don't know. What can I say? so that was a video from Hug, which is one of our sponsors. And then we're going to have another video from another sponsor, which is Stacks Foundation. Just to recap, Stacks is a foundation that supports Bitcoin forward independent researchers, contributors, and collaborators to help build a more secure internet through research and development of open source technology. All right, let's wait for the video from the Stacks Foundation. Thank you. Okay, so I've been told the video is going to take some time to load, and maybe if Ivan is around, we can start in a few minutes, in 2 minutes. Okay, Ivan said give him 2 minutes. Ivan is coming to talk to us about user-generated content in gaming. He's going to let you know what he does with his organization called Arudem, which is a gaming, which is Uganda's first professional gaming and esports brand focused on the representation of modern-day gaming lifestyle in East Africa. Yeah. So in the meantime, I don't know, I'm feeling like I want to call people from the crowd to introduce themselves to us. You know, we need to know who we are, who we are dealing with together, who we are learning with, who's with us here at school. And I'm seeing you smiling, sir. You're going to be my first victim. Maybe you can just tell us something small. Say your name, what you do, and why you're here. Yeah, please.
Hello, everyone. I'm Agarura Marvin and a professional artist. I've pursued industrial and fine art design at Makerere. Yeah, and I'm around, you know, getting into the art business and see. So that's why I came here today with my friend here, Victor, to see what's really. I've heard of NFT for how long? For like, you know, when it came about, yeah. But the thing is, we didn't really, you know, get to know it. So that's why I'm here to know what's going on. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was amazing. Thank you so much for sharing. Yeah, we have been hearing the word NFTs, 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 but no one has really wanted to teach us what they are or what we can do with them. And we're so grateful for the partners of this event, Blocart, Mbogi, among others. Thank you so much for bringing the knowledge to the people, because information is important, I guess. Yeah, so without further ado, can I please welcome Ivan from Arudem to give us some knowledge on user-generated content in gaming.
I have my mic, so I think I'm good.
All right.
All right, guys, that's good. How's everyone doing? I think thank you for coming. I think me, Van, had met a few years back, and we talked about having a digital arts event, and it's crazy to see that, you know, we're having one now, actually. This is something that has been in the works for a while, and you know, I'm just amazed to see that there are actually people coming into this space. So yeah, primarily my conversation was around user-generated content in gaming, but I'll be honest with you, it's been a bit of a crazy week, a crazy month. So I don't have a demo for you, but I'm just really going to, you know, have a chat with you guys and give you guys my thoughts, and maybe get a few questions from you, and we see how we can pick up from that. So I'll start with who I am as an individual. My name is Ivan Chibuka. I've been born and raised in Kampala, Uganda, and I'm a creative entrepreneur. Creative entrepreneurship is basically building and running a business within the creative space. So I do believe majority of the individuals here are in the creative entrepreneurship space. Unfortunately, it's not something that's taught. Normally, entrepreneurship is generalized, but I have a feeling when it comes to most of the works we're doing, most of the projects we're building, they're really unique to this industry, and there's a bit of an aspect of creative entrepreneurship that has to be applied. So through creative entrepreneurship, I'm the founder of Arudem. Arudem is a professional gaming and esports brand, all started as a professional gaming and esports brand. This is our 6th year. We're wrapping up on that, moving forward to our 7th. And we've been doing quite a lot in gaming. We started out as a really small community of a few individuals playing the game of Call of Duty during COVID. And after that, we decided to professionalize our efforts and turn that maybe into a company. So 6 years down the road, we have turned what was a WhatsApp group of Call of Duty guys during COVID into our creative business. And we're looking at scaling that. So that's what I do full time. And I always try to get involved in the various aspects of the industry. And art, for me, plays a massive role, and that's how I'm basically here. I'll start with a small showcase. I don't know if the production room could pull up something. So just like maybe many of you, NFTs aren't something I was familiar or had maybe practically executed. I mean, there was a bit of noise around them during, I think after COVID, there was a lot of heat around NFTs and how Web3 was shaping how we get to live and how we get to do what we do. But we hadn't, as a brand, even me personally, I hadn't executed on anything. But leading up to this event, we thought that it would be good for us to maybe even mint our first NFT and get to know what that looks like. So before I get into I know my talk was mainly around user-generated content around gaming, but I'll just give you guys a bit of a use case as someone who's not familiar with the NFT space and we haven't done anything in the space. We recently dropped our first NFT that we called The Art and Making of Arudem. For those that have been following us since Genesis, you do know that we are really particular about our brand. We're particular about how we present ourselves. And we use this as one of the main significant aspects when it comes to how we have shaped our brand. Our brand has gone through various iterations. Personally, I've really been involved because I did a bit of graphic design on the side, but mainly just to open my eye and appreciate design like that. So we decided to make this piece and maybe highlight a few fundamentals that maybe I could talk about. Looking at the front face, which has what we call our ident, is just basically our identity. And we do have a mascot there, seemingly having painted that to kind of give you a bit of a picture of the art and making of Arudem. But then the back for me is where it gets more interesting, where we highlighted some of the founding members of this community. As Arudem has grown, the people I started this with, that WhatsApp group of friends I started this with, most of them have, life has played out different and individuals have, some are really doing other stuff. They may not necessarily be part of the brand. So we decided to launch this NFT, also looking at the fact that these are our founding members and this is something we are pushing out for them to always feel a part of the brand, even if they're currently not actively participating. So it's free to claim. Anyone here can claim it. We have a meet station in the gallery room, so you can come and claim it as your first NFT. 0 ETH, I think the NFT experts will tell us what that means. But this is just a practical use case. So this was a gift, a token that we're giving our community and something that they can claim and hold hold it and still feel a part of this brand regardless of what they're doing. So I think I'll now get into the user-generated content in gaming. UGC in short is a general term that we have all interacted with because we're all UGC creators in a way. If you have social media, you've definitely created your own content, which people call user-generated content, because you're a user of social media, so you become someone creating content. So that's where the term user-generated content comes in. Now, when it comes to gaming, it has slightly evolved. Back then, I'm sure you used to hear of game developers, but game developing has been made simpler. And now what you look at, let's say if you look at YouTube and you see individuals uploading their own content, their own videos on YouTube, that's happening in the gaming space. And how it applies to, how it helps artists is that gaming for me may be the best way in which we can experience your art in terms of interactivity. If most of your art has story to it, but then maybe sometimes it becomes hard for someone to interact with it at that level. Laura gave an example of the Bored Ape Yacht Club. They used gaming to give their community an experience of their product. And it has become so easy, and there are a bunch of tools that are now out there. For example, Fortnite has a particular tool called UEFN, Unreal Engine for Fortnite, where it's a drag and drop, and it's easy for you to create your own games. So as an artist, you can have a story of your art that maybe you'd want to make interactive. So previously, you might have to have hired game developers or animators and a bunch of individuals in that creative space to create an experience for you. But now with UGC, with platforms like Fortnite, the Fortnite Creative, you can basically come up with an experience of your art, come up with a story, come up with a short film, utilizing the assets in Fortnite. Fortnite, mind you, has 1 billion+ users, so it makes it easy for, once you drop your map, they call them maps, once you drop your experience, you have an already market to receive it. So gaming is kind of playing that role when it comes to how we get to experience our day-to-days. I'm sure you've heard of the metaverse coming up and things around that space. But most of those things are being adapted from gaming. So when it comes to this digital landscape, digital art, a lot around digital art, and I was talking to someone yesterday, we looked at the fact that previously animators were not looked at artists per se. If you're an animator, you're just an animator, but when artists are talking, they may not put you in the same realm. But now with digital art, you find that animators are also artists, and we're appreciating them even better, because if you look at the showcase we have in the next room, these are illustrations that have been done digitally, and most of them have been animated. Even the piece we had here previously was animated. So I think that's the opportunity that the platform that gives us a game virtually, maybe through a game opportunity, and it's really simple. Obviously, there are a few elements that you'd have to learn, but it's far better than what it was before. It becomes really easy for us to now tell our stories using gaming as a tool, using gaming as a platform. So yeah, I don't know if there are any questions. If anyone would want to know anything more, maybe now is the chance. And guys, ask more, yeah, because to be honest with you, I didn't get enough time to prep, but I feel like if you ask me questions, I'll be able to give you some good answers.
Thank you, Ivan. I'm Newton. How can one join the Arudem community?
Okay, that's a good question. That's a question I've been getting, by the way, for, I think, majority, if you look at most of the questions we get on our social medias, and maybe if I meet people, they just ask me, how do we join the community? And sometimes I just tell them, hey, just follow our content, follow us on social media, and we have a Discord and all that. But that has always been a question that we have failed to answer for at least up until this year, where we decided to come up with a platform, and I think I should have mentioned this earlier. We have come up with a platform that we're calling Arudem Creators. Arudem Creators is a platform we're building for gamers to work on their ideas. So we realized that majority of the people in the gaming space are animators, they're devs, they're in the blockchain space, they're in the Web3 space, they're photographers, they're artists. There's so many people reach out to me and they're like, hey, I'm working on my comic, I'm working on my next commission and things of that sort. So we realized that the best way we can accommodate our community is not just through gaming as an entertainment, but also gaming as an informal educator. So we created a platform called Arudem Creators, which has fortunately recently been backed by the French Embassy, and we're in the building process. And the goal there is for us to enable and empower the various projects gamers are working on. And this does cut across not just gamers, other individuals in the creative space. In other words, we're trying to come up with a hub. The challenge I've seen with most hubs here in Uganda is that, one, maybe they go corporate first, maybe because of the demand when it comes to funding and things of that sort. So they tend to sometimes forget the creative and they get a bit too serious. Maybe also the other is that most hubs focus on entrepreneurial projects at the core. So you might find that there are not so many hubs that are encompassing people who are just maybe creating a comic, because within our community you might find someone, he may be working at maybe TBWA and doing a graphics design job, but at home they have this comic they're working on and maybe they want to push it out and maybe commercialize it down the road. So we saw it fit that it's important for us to create a platform for such individuals. So one of the ways to answer your question is that once we launch this platform, you'll be able to be part of the community and benefit from some of the programs we're going to run. We're looking at running a bunch of workshops. We've just closed down a partnership with Blocart to see how best we can educate individuals more when it comes to the Web3 space and blockchain and NFTs. And for example, it's just one of the initiatives. So we're starting to roll out these programs more and more. And I think those are the main, I would say being part of Arudem Creators is one of the ways. The other ways is generally being part of the gaming community, because that also is something that we're pushing. Being part of Arudem Gaming, we shall be having events. We're having a bunch of gaming tournaments that are in the works. We're working on a bunch of projects in the game development space. So if you're interested in building, there are particular titles that we want to construct. You know, when you look at most tournaments here where we use international IP, for example, FIFA, Call of Duty, and we're running tournaments around IP that doesn't belong to us. That is why as a brand, we have really not done a tournament per se, because when in our heads, we always look at the fact that if I'm running a tournament and I'm depending on FIFA, if I'm depending on EA as a publisher, if I'm depending on Activision, and utilizing their resources to run my tournament, it's not scalable. So what we've decided to do, again, looking at user-generated content, is we're coming up with our own games. And I know it's a bit abstract, but looking at a platform like Fortnite, I'm sure, I don't know if you guys interacted with Fortnite before, but you might find that you do know someone who has played Fortnite. And so we're using that opportunity to come up with a title within Fortnite, because Fortnite now has that opportunity where you can develop a game using their assets, using their platform. So, but that becomes your IP, that becomes your game. You name it completely different, you're just utilizing their resources and their assets. So it makes it simpler. One may say go the conventional route of, do the rigging, do the animation, and that entire process, go through Unreal Engine and do the most. But that's going to take a while, and it's really not sustainable. I'm sure you guys know how expensive it is to get these projects moving. So again, looking at UEFN, utilizing that as a tool and building games around that, I think it's something we're going to start doing. So such avenues, you can subscribe to those. We'll be communicating a lot of this content now on our social media platforms. And yeah, I think that answers your question. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Ivan.
You're bouncing me, yeah?
Yes. There'll be more, you'll be able to ask Ivan more questions throughout the event. This is a networking event, so feel free to talk to Ivan.
One question, please.
Okay, sure.
Just one question.
Okay.
Because I feel like I didn't have something up. Just give me one last question.
Okay.
If there's a question.
Okay.
Then we wrap it up.
Who has a question?
Yeah, thanks for the presentation, Ivan. I wanted to know if this platform you're going to launch is going to cater for like incubator kind of approach for gamers who are going to be coming to this platform looking for like sustainable career paths, so that maybe they can take it as a full-time thing, because in the community we come from, you can't game like these other guys who are in like Singapore or Philippines who are doing it like 18 hours a day, and they're earning from it. So how is the platform going to help someone who maybe is playing like Fortnite or maybe Call of Duty or FIFA, so that they can be in a better position to sustain them as creative entrepreneurs? Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I'll try to answer this within less than a minute. I think that's a good point, and not just for gamers, but creatives in general. The gaming space right now, one thing that I personally keep echoing is sustainability, and I think I'll also push that out to the artists in this room. A lot of what we do is not directly sustainable. You have to get creative when it comes to how you sustain yourself as an individual. So definitely, yes, this is something that personally I'm big on, creating actual revenue models, because at the end of the day, the only way you get to scale what you're doing is if you're able to apply a bit of a sustainable model. So definitely, I may not get so much in detail when it comes to sustainability because it's an entirely, it's a big conversation, but I think the next space we have, the next setting we have like this, I think we'll try to push to have a session more on sustainability, because I feel like it's not talked about a lot, especially with such gatherings. So that's why when I started my conversation, I talked about the aspect of being a creative entrepreneur, and I feel like that's very key and we shouldn't leave that out. But we can have a conversation on that, and maybe I give you a few tips when it comes to that. All right, thank you so much for that, Darren.
Thank you so much, Ivan. Thank you. Applause, please. Some more. Thank you. All right, for the next segment of the NFT Africa UG edition event, we are going to leave the room and have a short break. Take this time to please look at the work that is being exhibited in the two rooms as you walk out of this space. And when we come back, I would urge the people seated at the back to please occupy the seats at the front for our next session. And let's leave the room so that we can start set up for the next session, which is fireside chat with Eric about Gamma, about AI. Yeah. So please, let's leave the room. Let us go see the exhibits in the other room. Thank you.
some guy seated on the server answering your question and stuff like that. But I mean, like, AI is generally anything that solves a problem on a computer, even slight things such as your suggestions when you're typing in Google. Those are all AI models that are helping you solve that. So our conversation today is going to be a little bit freestyle. There is nothing much to be scared of, and there's no wrong answer, there is no right answer, right? So I think when we go that way, we shall get to know a lot of things. So I'll start with, I think the topic about AI took off, I think, a few years back when ChatGPT was released. That's when everyone now got to know about AI. Everyone was like, oh, there's this AI thing that is writing text, what. So, and I think amongst all the things, ChatGPT saw the highest number of sign-ups. I can't quantify the number, but I think within 2 months they had about, I think must have been like about, I don't like with the numbers, but must have been like about 100 and something million subscribers and users. Like within, it was like one of those things that generally took off in the tech space and opened up people's eyes on what AI could do. So there are a range of things that AI can do for us, right from conversations like these, recording conversations, summarizing conversations, and stuff like that. But I would love to inquire from us what AI things we have used. I would love some few, like 5 answers from the audience.
I'm going to just be picking randomly, I guess.
Hello everyone. My name is Humuza Victor. I'm a digital artist. When it comes to AI, I've used, generally I use ChatGPT, but for art, I've used, I think probably I've tried Midjourney AI. There's also one I've seen, it's called Akalik. I found it on Twitter. Yeah, those are the 2 that I've tried to use so far. Yeah, mainly art-based AI programs. Yes.
Yes, please.
All right. My name is Yona. I would say, for me, basically AI, for me, has been on the information side, not having to grapple with a lot of sources, but having to click in any thought that crosses my mind, and I get multiple sources. I've also kind of tried it because I'm in scripting and directing. I've tried it in that context, and I would say it's quite interesting what comes out of the machine that has learned to curate over the data that is fed into it. So yeah, I'm also here to learn more about what it's able to do. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I think if you get the mic, please introduce yourself, tell us what you do, because we're here to network with you. All right. Do you want more answers? This way? Okay.
So, Joshua Twine. So I tried ChatGPT and it didn't work out properly for me. So I've been using Meta AI for, let's see, so a friend of mine was doing her paper for a master's. They had to like relearn algebra, so he tried to like help out, but also generating like pictures, woodwork. So I'm into like woodwork, that kind of art. But generally, like he said, pushing a question, any kind of question, and Meta just is there too. Yeah.
One last one.
More.
Hello, my name is Benjamin. I'm a digital artist and a photographer. I've used AI in both. I've done some digital artwork with it. I've also done photo editing with it. I've also done some research with AI. Yeah.
Sorry, which ones did you use for photo editing?
There is Photo AI. It's very good. But of course it's premium. You get a few, they're like seeds. It does for you culling, because photography, that's like the hardest part. So once the culling is done, you can also tell it the type of photography you want. You want smooth skin, texture, stuff like that. Yeah.
That's really very good. So I would say from that most of us use AI for kind of information, research, trying to figure out what tasks we have to do and stuff like that. So I personally also use most, if I would say, because I'm a guy who doesn't like really doing a lot. I love doing a lot, but then doing it smart and doing it quick. So I utilize AI, not that it take away my creativity, but I utilize AI in my workflow to enhance how I deliver my work in time, deliver my work, and just span it across. So with that said, I think Jacob, yes, Jacob is going to help me. We shall start and look at some tools, what possibilities can be done with certain tools. I think with the first one we shall start with will be Perplexity. So how many of us have used Google before, and then you search in Google, Google gives you like 15 tabs or 20 tabs of things. Even if it doesn't know the answer, it will ask, it will just keep you rolling, you keep searching, and then you don't get anything. So I would also just maybe ask anyone, what would you love to search for? Maybe a topic that you found that you couldn't find on on Google.
Yeah, most times, okay, I'm called Mukonde Brisa, I'm a software dev. So most times when you're coding, and you know, one of the challenges you face is solving like some bugs. And of course, as a dev, you don't know everything while you're coding. So one of the things you do is to search for the solution. But when you search for the solution on Google, you'll never get an answer. So one of the best ways is using some AI tools like ChatGPT, put in your code, then it debugs your code. Yeah, so maybe we can try out something. Yeah, maybe write something.
Okay. I see Jacob searched how to train your dragon in Uganda. So it will try as much as it can. So Perplexity is a kind of search engine that just gives you one answer. It doesn't give you different tabs to go to and scroll, and you continuously look for information which you can't find. So it will summarize for you everything in one tab, and for the times that it doesn't know, it will always tell you that, man, I don't know, so this one here. It's smart. It won't be like Google, which will try to lie to you that, oh, okay, try another page. You try another page, you try another page. Could you ask Google the same question, and then we see what difference it will give? So you see, it's taking you to something. You asked how to train your dragons, it's telling you how to buy a dragon toy. So that's, I think, where one of the strengths that I see for Perplexity is. It helps you stop that endless scrolling of where you're not sure, even State House I can see. Yeah, so it will be like kind of like an endless scroll of ideas that you can't find an answer to, but most times Perplexity will be able to help you. Yes, so with that, I think honestly Perplexity is the way to go for most people, if I do advise. Also if you're doing a lot of research, because it helps you summarize and it can tell you beliefs, it can tell you what's around that myth that you've asked it. Yeah, so with that said, there are certain things also that ChatGPT can't ever give you an answer. Like there are certain things, let's ask ChatGPT how to hack. Yes, we're going to ask ChatGPT how to hack a laptop. So you see, it has limitations of certain things that it considers that are not ethical, that can't be done, right? So for it, yes? You have a question? He has a question.
My name is Simon Smog. I'm a visual artist. I'm studying film. So I got to use ChatGPT like to write a script, and in my script I wanted like to kill someone. So when I was using ChatGPT, it couldn't kill someone.
Yes. And yes, so ChatGPT will consider there are some words that it takes as words that cause danger, words that cause harm, words that can cause havoc easily, it will never answer. But because of that, Jacob, you helped me cope with that same question, and there's another AI tool called Venus. I think it's a tab before ChatGPT. So with Venus, it will give you a warning, right? It will give you the answer. So, but there are certain extremes that it cannot go. Extremes such as how to make a bomb. That I don't think it will give you. If it does, we're in trouble. Huh. Yes, so Venus is kind of a notorious guy that basically doesn't have any enclosures, or in its making doesn't have like parameters with which it was closed with. So it's kind of like very open and very wild. So anyone, anywhere can access information that they shouldn't do. But I mean like that you can't find anywhere. I mean like it could have been you've forgotten your Wi-Fi password and you're like, man, how can I hack my Wi-Fi password back? How can I recover it? Jacob. But anyway, okay, that is quite dangerous. But I mean, we use Venus for things that typically we can't find on ChatGPT, and most things that we don't consider ethical, but then we feel like we need to do. So for the next one, we shall just go to ChatGPT. ChatGPT has two sides of it. The DALL-E, which is an image generating thing, and then it has also it has the text side of things that I think what most of us are used to. So it's very smart. It can really do a lot of like troubleshooting for you in things like that. But we can use ChatGPT to our advantage. For those who are in the formal sector, you could use it like to improve your CVs, to help you do your research, and answer some few questions of things that you can't really figure out. So with that said, we shall, I think, try the image generating side of it. Jacob, help me. Who has a crazy idea of an image of what they would love to see?
Finding my lost wife.
Jacob, help me tell ChatGPT to create an image of him finding his wife. African or
like alien, let's say from Mars.
okay, that's interesting. Yeah. Okay. As Jacob figures that out, I want to do. So, for those who pay for their ChatGPT versions, you have an audible ChatGPT that I would love us to try. You can speak to it, and then it can give you answers. Hey ChatGPT, what's the date today? Hey ChatGPT, what's the date today? Hey ChatGPT, what's the date today? Okay, I think I have a wireless thing on, but we shall get back to that. Yeah. Okay. In the meantime, we shall go to the next one. So today, using ChatGPT, we want to make a song for. Whom should we make for a song? Kashush. Eh? Okay. Let's make a song about what? Let's get random words from the audience, and then we put together something that we can make a song together, right?
Hello everyone, I'm Makumbi Alan. I'm a curator and a visual artist. I think she's an innovator, so
okay.
That should be one.
Okay, innovator.
Innovator.
Hi everyone, my name is Victor. I'm a podcaster and TV presenter. I think Heaven.
Heaven.
Innovator, Heaven. Let's get one from Kashushu herself.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Kashushu. I'd say spicy.
Spicy.
Spicy, Innovator, Heaven. And let's get one last one.
One last one.
Hi everyone, my name is Kazora. I'm an artist. Let's use spiritual.
Spiritual. So with that, with those words, help me add. Just say she does NFTs. Yes, add the word Uganda. Yes, I think we can run that now. Okay. Jacob, help me copy those words So the next one that we are going to look at is a music generating AI platform. It's called Suno AI. What Suno AI does, it helps you make music from scratch, but so easily. So easy. Go to create, yes. Pasted the lyrics. What style of music should it be? Should it be amapiano or what? How do you translate Kadong Kamuin into English?
One beat.
Eh?
It's one beat.
Eh? You want trap? Okay, dancehall, Afrobeats. Yes, just what else? Kashush. What genre of music do you listen to mainly?
It's a mixture. I listen to all of that. So maybe we could add reggae.
Okay, reggae. Yes, scroll down. Just name it as Kashush. Kashush's anthem.
I create?
Yes, you can create. So, for those, I think for most, before we play the song, for most creatives who are maybe a lot into film, those who are a lot into videography, sometimes you know how hard it is to find songs, or how much money we have to spend paying for all those audio subscriptions and stuff like that. Yet you could have something very custom, very unique, with your words, with everything. Just how long did it take us? Like a minute or so to produce a song. So for the first time ever, releasing Kashush's anthem.
Mic check 1, 2.
Okay.
Rising like the sun in the heart of Uganda, where the artist never done creating digital dreams. She's the one to lead in the NFT space, planting the visionary seed. Heaven knows she's spicy with a touch of flair. Spiritual in her journey, beyond compare. That's her shoe the first, blazing trail so bright. In East Africa's skies, she's the guiding light. From the canvas to the blockchain, she weaves her heart.
Period.
It's a masterpiece, a story untold in the world of NFTs. She's breaking the mold. Heaven knows she's spicy with a touch of flair.
Jacob, you can pause. You can play the second version, then we hear it.
Rising like the sun in the heart of Uganda, where the artist never done creating digital dreams. She's the one to lead in the NFT space, planting the visionary seed. Heaven knows she's spicy with a touch of flair. Spiritual in her journey, beyond compare. Cause she's through the first blazing trail so bright. In East Africa's skies, she's the guiding light. From the canvas to the blockchain, she weaves her art to pioneer.
Okay, I think that's good. That's good. Kashush, we shall send for your song.
I need money. I am the prompter.
Let's get this on Spotify, Apple Music, right now.
Yeah.
Blazing trail so bright. In East Africa's skies, she's the guiding light. From the canvas to the blockchain, She weaves her art, a pioneer in the game with a fiery heart. Each piece a masterpiece, a story untold. In the world of NFTs, she's breaking the mold. Innovator, creator, spiritual and stride. In the land of the now, she's Uganda's pride. Her art, a language speaking to the soul. Kashu's legacy forever whole. Heaven knows she's spicy, with a touch of flair. Spiritual in her journey, beyond compare. Kashu the first blazing trail so bright. In East Africa,
Jacob, I think that's okay. That's enough. Thank you. But basically, that is what is possible with AI. So most times I would say that we creatives most times are very locked up in our own zones. Or people usually, you get so locked up, you're like, man, I can't do music, I can't do pictures, I can't do NFTs, I'm only a photographer. But there is more to what you can do, honestly, right? You can create things. The people that I know who are ghost artists, who write songs every night, they produce like 50 songs, you go to the church and you're like, what? How? In one night? But that's what they're doing. The only challenge I think that I see coming here will be copyright issues and stuff like that, is that because Suno owns like the rights to the song, so you only have like a small share. But I mean, for just ChatGPT and just for that small thing, I think wouldn't be bad. So the next tool we shall look at is let's go to Midjourney. I think most of us here are familiar with Midjourney. So I would want this side here to come up with a concept of something of a crazy image. I wouldn't want something that is very common. What do I consider common? Saying a man driving a car, children running in the playground. No, I want you to like mash it up, right? Let it be like something like what? I want maybe a GP race in the ocean, on the ocean floor. Same thing this side. I'm going to give you like 30 seconds. You can just come up with one idea of an image, of a crazy image that you would love to create, and then we can be able to proceed. This side, you'll get the answer. This side, yes, you'll get the answer for this side. Okay, so I think we shall start with this side. One. Which group is ready? Okay.
Yeah?
African Jesus as a DJ.
Okay, I'm going to add it at the beginning.
I heard my name.
Yes, hello.
Okay.
Yeah, so we want an African an African Jesus, Rasta DJ, whose dreads are cables connected to the speakers. Music is basically coming from his head into the speakers, and he's rocking a crowd, a rave. It's sort of like a festival rave. So, yeah, that's what we have.
Connected to the what?
His dreads, his long dreads are the cables connected to the speakers. Music is coming from his head.
Jacob in.
Like that?
Yes.
An African Jesus, a Rasta DJ whose Afro dreads are cables connected to the speakers as the music is coming from his head. Okay.
Hey Jacob, so you're supposed to just copy those words. Copy those words. So before you type a message, like in the chat box down there, put a slash first. Imagine the first. Yes, then you paste the words. Yeah. You can run it now. We are curious to know what a Rasta is, what a DJ will look like, an African DJ. Yeah. In the meantime, is this group ready as well? You ready? Okay. Let's wait for this image to roll out. Continue.
Yes. Thank you. Should we wait for the image or we start speaking?
Just hold on. It's done. Second long. Okay, in the meantime, you can be rolling.
Yes, Duncan is my name, a creative technologist. We came up with a crazy idea. Is Jacob ready to type?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, yeah, we want a tortoise on a camel, an African camel, jumping from Mars to Earth. Yes, a tortoise on a camel, jumping from Earth.
Oh, I beg. A what?
A tortoise, a tortoise. That.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Yeah.
Tortoise, like that.
Yeah. A tortoise on a camel jumping from Earth, jumping from Mars to Earth. Yeah.
Repeat. There was some technical issue. Repeat.
Yeah, we want
a tortoise.
A tortoise on an African camel jumping from Mars to Earth.
Okay, in the meantime, as Jacob fixes that, so generally, as we about to wind up like in a few minutes, I would love to pose a question. How many of you see AI as a threat for your work, for your day-to-day life as well? Oh, yes or no? You don't see it. Yeah.
So, African Rasta Jesus is here.
That guy is a real DJ. Okay. In the meantime, as we wait for all those to load, generally I would love to say that, however much all these tools are available to us, one thing we should learn is to be very transparent in our workflows when we use them, right? Because some people use these AI tools and then claim the work as theirs, which is wrong. So I highly tell people to be very transparent when using these tools, because trust me, if you use them a lot, they can usually get to you And if you're not very transparent and you claim that the work is yours and then you're given the task to do, then you don't know how to do the task, you're caught up, right? So that's I tell people that when you integrate AI into your workflows or anything like that, be very transparent about it. Speak about it and tell them that, you know what, this is what I use, this is the part where I use AI. I use AI maybe in analyzing this, or I use AI in generating these images, but I can't draw. There are other smarter ways of working around certain things as well. As we wait for those images to load, maybe we shall look at cloud and cloud, okay, as maybe the last. Or Julius AI. Let's do Julius AI. So how many of us most times don't know how to read Excel sheets and you have like a couple of things that you don't understand data? Jacob, help me load that to that document from the download folder. Yes. So what Julius AI does, it can help you summarize for you the information, illustrate for you. Just enter, just let it run, let it read that document. Just send it on the blue arrow. Yeah. So what Julius AI does, it runs on Python.